Ride with me right quick. Over here to pick my trailer up from the repair place. Just picked up my tag, but I came to talk to you a little bit about IRP and what some call the IRP blues. Uh, let y'all ride with me for a second. Yo, what's up, All My Matter? What's up, baby? That young beast from the east. That boy something else with himself. Hey, young beast from the east. Oh, we out here riding. What good with everybody today? Just came to bring y'all a little tip of the day for you CDL holders, high shotter truckers, semi drivers. A lot of time when I do a lot of these consultations with people that have CDLs and they are moving their CDL high shot class A or they moving their semi for the first time and they just purchased it, a lot of times because of the order in which they, put things together, it was a situation to where sometimes the cart got put before the horse and the truck wasn't completely tagged and registered by the time the insurance and everything started. So, a lot of people get on the IRP website and more or less they may hit a couple of brick walls, whether it be due to titling issues or something like that, to where you actually end up sitting still for days. Sometimes I've heard people sit still for weeks. And to be my bad about that, y'all. But to be honest with you, like I was saying, a lot of people sit for days, weeks, even months sometimes, waiting on the IRP office. It was a really big deal during COVID. A lot of the places weren't open. Some smaller places didn't even have internet availability for you to do an IRP, but you needed some type of paperwork to get your truck on the road. So that's what I came to talk to you about today. Because if y'all know, y'all been watching for a while, y'all know about, well, we got acquired a semi April. We acquired another semi in June. So April, May, June. I put the first tag on the first truck about a month later, and I've been running this truck that I'm in right now for about a month, and I just got my tag today. And a lot of people say, well, you got a temporary cab card, you got a temporary IRP, you know, and that's one thing that some people don't understand how it works, and that the office that issues you your plates, the IRP office in your state and the IRP office in the state that you may have bought your equipment from, it may be the same state, they do have provisions for you to actually get a temporary license plate. You need three things: you need proof of residency, you need a bill of sale on the vehicle that you have, and you need an application for a title. You need to have submitted the application to get the title changed. At that point in time, with those pieces of information being available to them, they will issue you a temporary tag. But that temporary tag is only good in that state. Like if you noticed, I have paper tag on my truck, it says for Texas only. So, with that being said, now you have base plates from the state that you're actually procured the equipment from, or base plates in the state that you live, depending on your agreement on the equipment or what you have going on. Now you go to the state in which you want to travel in the state that you'll be operating out of, and you will buy trip permits that last a given period of time, and you would also buy fuel permits. for each given state that if you set your front tire in that state, if you cross the line, you need a trip and a fuel permit to go along with the paper tag registration. The paper tag registration only gives you a tag number, so when you apply for your permits for each individual state, they will have a valid tag number to use because you can't get a state trip permit or fuel permit without a valid tag number to enter. So, like I said, you could come out day one, do your title application. Not only do your title application, boy, they subbing so hard in the line in their box Chevy, they made them have to get, boy, you see it. They made the boy have to open the door and just, oh, they slammed. Oh man, these noise canceling headphones ain't doing no just. They are really slamming in traffic today. Okay, but anyway, like I said, once you get once you get your credentials as far as a temporary plate for that state, don't think that that substitutes for an IRP because the IRP includes many states, if not all the states that you're going to be driving in. So, like I said, each individual state will require you to buy a trip and fuel permit. Every single time, every single day, y'all seen me drive this big rig to Arizona, not Arizona, but to Alabama to get cement. I was running on a temporary license plate, a temporary fuel permit, and a temporary trip permit. So it's to the point where that can be very expensive. But if you are in a position where you know what this truck gonna do, or you already have work lined up, don't sit the truck down because you're waiting on the IRP people. Don't sit that truck down. If you know that truck's gonna make what it's gonna make, and the difference between you sitting at home and the difference between you going out and hustling gonna be the difference between you making some money and not making some money. I expect that a real hustler would not sit around for 2, 3 months waiting on the office to give them a base plate when you could go through those simple procedures and have a paper tag for the state that you're gonna be in. If you just so happen to be Texas, you could cut your losses and just run Texas. Stay in Texas. There's a lot of room in Texas to run. But my plate come out of Texas, and I had to get a plate for. I mean, I had to get a permit, a fuel and trip permit for the state of Louisiana and Mississippi in order to just bring the truck home. I ain't even running no loads. But you want to stay legal, and they most definitely will ask you for this stuff. So, like I said, you don't want to move the truck too early. But when it comes to this, pay it through. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I just bought the plate for this truck. This plate for this truck cost $1,500. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. In the last month and a half, I'd have spent $1,500 just on permitted papers to be able to run the truck. But when you get to looking at what I made and what I was able to keep, if you know like I know, you know that money well spent. Money well spent. Now I'm finna go in here and see what they talking about by my written out Big Bubba. See, they got it sitting over there. They supposed to been did some work to it. Put my attachment piece back on, weld up a little small crack that was on the rub rail, and fix my lights. All the stuff they was supposed to been did on June the 3rd when I left it, and I came back on June the 21st and picked it up, and they hadn't done anything. I got stuck in Memphis the other day when I was coming back. I dropped off a 1-ton dually lowrider to a partner of mine in the Memphis area, and it was late in the evening. When I pulled up, I noticed I ain't have no power lights on my trailer. So get what? That means you can't move at night like that. That fine gonna tear your mouth out. So I did the smart thing. I took it in for service right then and there in Memphis. They looked at it. The whole wire harness is modular. So I was like, don't cut nothing. Because this trailer got a 5-year warranty on it. Don't cut nothing. Just see if anything not plugged in and work with that. But don't cut nothing. Okay? So they ain't cut nothing. Keep my warranty intact. They just made sure it wasn't no loose connections and nothing like this. And I brought it right on back down here, unladen, because I could have ran a load from Memphis in the daytime. I had brake lights and turn signals, but when you got weight on there, there's always a chance that even with a bypass, you might have to go in the scale. And that just might be the day that they give you an inspection. So one thing about it, like I said, it's risk versus reward. I ain't starving to the point where I drive this truck around just like I've been doing today, just like a regular car. I ain't studying no diesel. And I told y'all, If these are any part of your concern, maintenance, any part of your concern doing it, you might need to find something else to do because that will go with the job. Well, like I said, I'm finna go over here, Southern State Utility trailer with the good old service they got, and I'm finna see if they're gonna honor their warranty or they gonna make me pay. But either way it go, we getting the trailer back today, and I worry about written hour in the end. But we finna go see. I'm gonna let y'all know how it turned out. And like I said, keep that shiny side up, that grease side down. Get what? $15,000. Woo! Money had made it back 4 times. Lord have mercy. Run tell that.